Hey guys, welcome to the Wild Side, and this week we're going to try something new. It's a zoo review. So follow me as we head to Houston, Texas, to the Houston Zoo and their brand new Galapagos exhibit. Hey guys, welcome to the Wild Side, and this week we do our very first Expedition Zoo, Houston edition. So let's take a look at this brand new exhibit called the Galapagos and all the other things that the Houston Zoo has to offer. Let's walk, literally, on the Wild Side. Behind me is a little predator, which is pretty powerful. That is an Asian small-clawed otter. Now, they might look cute and cuddly, but these creatures are one of the top predators in their rice paddy environments of Southeast Asia. Their only predator, naturally, humans. Carson's Critter Corner moment. What is the largest mammal to walk planet Earth?
Is it the Asian elephant?
You think it's the Asian elephant? Or is it the African elephant?
I think Asian.
Let's find out.
Hey there. Looks like the boys need a fact check to answer their question, and looks like we're talking about the largest mammal walking the planet right now. Are you ready? Let's go! Now, when it comes to big and mighty, one mammal takes the crown. Can you guess who it is? Is it the African elephant or the Asian elephant? All right, Carson, an Asian elephant can be as tall as 10 feet, and a school bus is 10.5 feet tall, where an African elephant can stand 13 feet tall, making the African elephant the tallest of the elephant species, but not the tallest mammal. But how much do you think they weigh? Okay, so picture a small car like a Volkswagen Beetle, which weighs about 3,000 pounds. Now let's multiply that by 5. That's right, an African elephant can weigh as much as 5 small cars. That's a whopping 15,000 pounds, or 7,000 kilograms. So there you have it. Looks like Clay wins this round, Carson. A male African elephant is the reigning champion as the largest mammal walking on our incredible planet. Next time you see an elephant, remember how amazing and special these creatures are. Now let's get back to the Houston Zoo.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. Now we know what the largest species of elephant is, but how about we go see some Asian elephants here at the Houston Zoo? What do you think?
Yeah.
It's rare to find a metropolitan zoo like the Houston Zoo with such an expansive elephant habitat, amazing substrate for these powerful pachyderms to walk on, and a good-sized herd. This is one of my favorite elephant exhibits in the entire state of Texas, and they do love their elephants quite a bit here at the Houston Zoo. Job you don't get to see very often. Elephant poop! The folks here at the Houston Zoo have to clean up this poop using bobcats, shovels, and an elephant can poop quite a bit, in fact. Actually, let's run that fact right here on the bottom of the screen right now. That's a whole lot of poop, and that's just one elephant each and every day. The kids can't touch an elephant, obviously, because of regulatory and safety reasons, but they can see what an elephant sounds like, they can feel what elephant skin is, and for some reason, Carson's slapping an elephant's butt. Oh, I don't know why they're doing that. But these interactive exhibits allow kids to get a little bit of a feel of the wild side. Elephant butts sure do drive us nuts. As you can see, got a couple elephants right there with a beautiful pool for them to wade and swim in. And that's an important part of the enrichment process for these really incredible, mighty mammals. And the Houston Zoo does a great job giving them different enrichment devices, smells, things to manipulate with their trunk, and environmental things like this pool for them to swim in or trees to pull on. It's important that the trainers and the keepers, they make sure to keep updating the habitat daily to keep the mental health and condition of these animals nice and strong. That's called enrichment, and it's an important part of zoological care.
What do you see?
I just told you what I see, the Watusi.
What do you see?
Watusi!
What do you see?
Look, that's the Watusi. It's an African breed of cattle. Get your heart out, Longhorns. Those look much better than yours anyway. Aggie fan, what can I say? Now we find ourselves in the arrival area for the gorilla habitat, an exhibit where people can see these beautiful primates up close. And big viewing windows behind me, and just up on the hill, right over there, is one of the first members of the troop. Let's see if we can get closer to these amazing primates. People can view gorillas from inside the habitat, well, the glass window, so they can come outside of this beautiful observation deck and view the gorillas almost 360. I've got gorillas back here on the ridge. We've got gorillas up there on the hillside, browsing for things the keepers have left out. So let's take some more looks, see if we can see amazing gorillas. This exhibit revolves around the western lowland gorilla. And the western lowland gorilla, well, they're pretty interesting. Let's take a quick deep dive into the western lowland gorilla.
Hello again. Meet the western lowland gorilla. These amazing beings call the lush rainforests and swamps of Central and West Africa home. Now let me tell you, they're not your everyday gorillas. They're the VIPs of the jungle. Now just like Texas, size matters when it comes to these gorillas. A full-grown male gorilla, known as a silverback, can stand just over 5.5 feet tall and weigh as much as 400 pounds. That's like having a real-life gorilla superhero in the jungle. Silverbacks are the leaders of the gorilla family, also known as a troop. But they're not just big and strong, they're also wise and caring leaders, guiding their families through the jungle. And guess what? These gorillas are not just strong, they're also smart. They use tools like sticks to get tasty treats, showing off their clever side, making western lowland gorillas omnivores. They can be observed eating ants, termites, fruits, leaves, and stems. However, their diet is all about the veggies. But here's the thing, our gorilla friends need our help. Western lowland gorillas are critically endangered, and we can be their heroes by learning more about them, supporting conservation efforts, and spreading the word. But what is causing the decline of gorilla populations? Many factors, but the big ones are habitat loss, the bush meat trade, and disease like Ebola. So let's all be gorilla guardians. Together, we can make sure these incredible creatures continue to move through the jungle for generations to come. Now let's get back to our expedition at the Houston Zoo.
What are we going to give? How many mountains out of 5 are we giving the gorilla exhibit here? You giving 5? 5. Carson's giving 4 mountains? What do you think, Paisley?
No.
3. He's downgraded to 3. 5. I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5 mountains for the lowland gorilla exhibit at the Houston Zoo. Okay, Oliver wants 10. Southern white rhinoceros. Different from the black rhinoceros. The black rhinoceros is more of a browser, pulling down tree branches and leaves with a kind of a prehensile tailed lip almost, where they're able to manipulate. The white rhinoceros, who's about to pee, I think, or poop, no idea, it's poop, is more a grazer. Hey, everyone poops, okay? Body break we just saw. The white rhinoceros is more of a grazer. They have a squared lip which allows them to grab onto the grasses and munch along the African savanna. Their biggest predators, lions, well, and that's about it. Behind me is the world's tallest mammal, the giraffe. It's anywhere from 15, 18, even up to 20 feet tall. These animals are all over Central and Southern Africa. They also have the longest tongue on the planet, up to 18 inches. And that thick tongue helps to pull off things off of branches that are covered in thorns. And the acacia trees will secrete a goo that almost makes them poisonous to other wildlife. Well, the tongue is resistant to that. And once that poison gets heavy, it tells the giraffe to move on to something else and graze. Another great species here at the Houston Zoo. Another thing I love about the Houston Zoo is their theming. A lot of the areas of the zoo are themed to the areas of the planet where the species in the zoo are from. So right now I feel like I'm in a West African village. Behind me, white rhinoceros. We've got giraffe. I believe those are Maasai giraffe. A lot of great theming and detail here at the Houston Zoo. There is so much to do at the Houston Zoo. There's a carousel, there's a kids petting zoo, there's a playground, you can feed the giraffes. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to see everything. Where am I going next? Jaguar, which wraps up the South American exhibit at the Houston Zoo. Look at this beautiful cat. One of the strongest bite pressures of any cat on the planet. These animals spend most of their time looking for sloths and even caiman in South America. The Jag walkover, which allows the animals to move from one side of the exhibit to the other. It's very common in today's zoos, but this one I love. Super naturalistic and kind of hidden, a little hidden surprise. Now, jaguar are not only found in South America, you can also find them, get this, in the southwestern portions of the United States. That is the last bit of the Pantanal South American exhibit. I probably said that wrong, right? All right, guys, how many anteaters are we giving this thing? 1 to 5. Go ahead.
5. It's one of my favorites.
That's a hard critic. He's a 4. I'm giving it 5. Jaguar, tapir, capybara, giant anteater, giant river otter. And you look like an otter. Okay, let's see what else we have to explore here at the Houston Zoo. Take a look at this beautiful California sea lion exhibit. Beautiful rock work, water features. You can see sea lions playing right here. They've got male and female sea lions. And how do I know that? Wonderful signage about their, well, float of sea lions. Their big harem for the male. So let's take a look at some more features of this brand new habitat at the Houston Zoo. We're entering the Galapagos Island exhibit here at the Houston Zoo. Yeah, look, they have some interactive experiences like these big carapace from the Galapagos tortoise, which is the world's largest species of tortoise. They might look like crazy sized carapace and plastron, but that's the size of the world's largest species of tortoise. And I think I see them over here. There they are right there, living up to 175 years old. These are Galapagos tortoises, which spend a big part of their day soaking in waterways to cool off. They are cold-blooded reptiles. Now in the Galapagos, these animals graze and browse on different items around the island. And they can even eat, just like they have here, cacti.
take a look at the Sally Lightfoot crab.
All right, Carson, let's take a look at the Sally Lightfoot crab in this beautiful title exhibit. Look at that beautiful red crab. Of course, this crustacean is going to eat small microbes and organisms living in the tidal pools. We're inside the grotto of the new sea lion exhibit, the Galapagos Islands, and look at that. 3 California sea lions, and there's many more. And yes, you'll have an underwater view of these animals and a way to see them sunning on the rocks. A nice air-conditioned experience. Some kind of weird blue tunnel here at the Galapagos Islands. I believe the sea lion had. Oh my goodness! Look at this! An underwater tunnel where people can view the sea lions swimming above them. Let's see if we can take a look at these playful pinnipeds.
While Clay and the kids watch these sea lions play, let's learn more about these curious marine mammals. Meet the California sea lion. These amazing creatures can be found along coastlines, from rocky shores to sandy beaches, and they sure know how to put on a show. Let's learn some fun facts. First up, how big do you think they can get? These sleek and agile swimmers can grow to be quite big. In fact, an adult male sea lion, also known as a bull, can reach lengths of 8 feet and weigh up to 850 pounds. That's like having a marine gymnast the size of a grand piano. Now, sea lions are not just performers, they're also fantastic fishers. Their diet mainly consists of fish like herring, anchovies, and squid. They're like the underwater chefs of the ocean, creating a seafood feast with their sleek moves. But here's a fun fact. Sea lions have a secret weapon, their whiskers. These sensitive whiskers are called vibrissae, and they help them locate prey in the dark underwater world. But what makes them such incredible fishers is their social life. Sea lions are social butterflies, or should I say, social sea lions. They love hanging out in groups where they can sunbathe, play, and communicate with each other through barks. But just like our friends on land, sea lions face some challenges. Pollution and changes in their environment can affect their homes. That's why it's important for us to be ocean protectors and keep their homes clean and safe. So remember not to trash where you splash. Now let's head back to the Houston Zoo and see some more of the Galapagos.
What do we do? Do we give it 1-star fish or 5-star fish? Now, Pumas is. It's a 5-star fish exhibit here at the Houston Zoo. We saw some really cool sea lions. And there's so much more to see here in Houston. Let's go see some more. What do you think? Every marine habitat on the planet, plastic pollution is destroying the Galapagos Islands. But as you can see, the Houston Zoo is committed to removing plastics from its operation, which hopefully take it out of the waterways. Plastics break down and can also become microplastics, which get into the fish, which then get into the predators. If a sea lion were to eat these microplastics, then another predatory animal like a shark right behind me, or a killer whale, could take in those plastics as well. Now, although a lot of people don't believe it, in the Galapagos Islands there are Galapagos penguins, a very, very endangered species. But behind me are Humboldt penguins, another critically endangered species from further down in South America, around southern Argentina and Chile. Now, the Humboldt penguin does something really cool. They use their own poop to make their nests. But locals have harvested that poop in the past, destroying generations of wonderful Humboldt penguin nesting. But conservation efforts are underway to protect the Humboldt penguin nesting sites, and their numbers are showing signs of recovery. An amazing, well-dressed bird, and one of 18 different species of penguin found on planet Earth. What a trip to take to the Galapagos Islands at the Houston Zoo. This is an amazing exhibit full of amazing creatures like Humboldt penguins, sea lions, Galapagos tortoise, the Cayman blue iguana was in here. Amazing, amazing species, even crabs. So come see the Galapagos Islands, but the Houston Zoo has more to offer. Always make sure to check the Houston Zoo's website to see their new exhibits and animals and conservation. But this was a great way to top off our tour to Houston, Texas. For our very first Wild Side Expedition Zoo, Houston edition, this has been Clay and the whole family saying, stay wild, conservation rules, find your wild side, and don't forget to tune in next week or next time when we highlight a new species or a new place we visited. But for now, thank you, Houston. And we don't have a problem at all. It's been great. It's been fun. I loved it.